The Queen has celebrated the 100th anniversary of the legal branch of the Canadian Armed Forces by presenting them with a royal banner. The monarch spoke to a few members of the branch via video link to hear about their duties, life and challenges. She heard from Major Angela Orme, who has been in Bahrain for almost 7 months fighting the trafficking of illicit narcotics. The Queen asked Major Orme, 7 months? And that's away from home? The Major replied, "It is away from home, and it is a little difficult. I have 2 really small children. My youngest just turned 2 years old a few weeks ago actually." The Queen, promoting the Major to open up, asked, "So you must miss them very much?" Major Orme replied, "I do miss them very very much. But I hope that one day, when they understand why Mum was gone, they'll be proud of me. And they actually do think I am pretty cool right now because I didn't know how to explain it to my 3-year-old son what Mum was doing. So I just told him that I am away fighting pirates. And he thought that was pretty neat." The Queen, chuckling, replied, "Well, that's a very good answer. Because that's probably true, isn't it? That's very interesting to hear." During the video call, the Queen also heard about the domestic work carried out by the Canadian forces since the beginning of the pandemic. Much like in the UK, the armed forces in Canada have been supporting the healthcare system and the roll-out of the vaccines. She was told by another member of the legal branch taking part in the engagement, "The Canadian Armed Forces has provided medical assistance in the clinics. They provided general officer and NCM duties with respect to maintaining long-term care facilities and delivering vaccinations to these remote communities." The Queen noted the Army in the UK has provided similar support to the healthcare system. She said, "Yes, that's what has been happening here too. That the armed forces have done a huge job about vaccinations and things like that." The legal branch provides advice and support to the Canadian Forces and the National Defence in Canada and to their members who have been deployed overseas. The Queen is the head of state of Canada, the UK and 14 other realms. She is also the Colonel-in-Chief of this Canadian regiment and of the British Armed Forces. The Queen met the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, at a reception in Cornwall on June 11 as the G7 summit was taking place. A few hours before the reception hosted by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Mr. Trudeau and the Queen had held an audience via telephone.